Hi, I'm John Perkins, author of Confessions of an Economic Hitman and the most recent book, Touching the Jaguar, How to Transform Fear into Action to Change Your Life and the World. And I want to talk today a little bit more about perhaps the real message behind the coronavirus. So I'm recalling a time a number of years ago when I was leading a group of people into the high Andes of Ecuador. And we were meeting with this shaman lady with the wonderful name of Maria Juana Yamberla, Quechua woman in the high Andes. I was translating, and one of the people in our group asked, "So how do we save the earth?" Maria Juana laughed, and she said, Mother Earth, Pachamama, she's not in danger. We are, we humans. And we're like so many fleas. If we get to become too much of a nuisance, she'll just shake us all off. She said, now, so look around. She's already twitching. And Marijuana points up at this volcano up above her home in Babura. And she says, you remember when not so long ago that volcano was covered with an ice cap? It isn't anymore. Pachamama is twitching. We need to take her message seriously. And over the years since then, I've been struck by how many once-in-100-year events like hurricanes and earthquakes and fires are now happening every year or so. But we really haven't listened. We've done triage. We've taken care of whatever we could. If you're in one of those areas where one of those disasters hits, and you can survive the first couple of weeks or so, you can then expect water to start arriving and help to start arriving. And then the mayor or the governor or the president or someone's going to come aboard and say, hey, we're going to return to normal. We're going to rebuild. These were local events. They didn't impact the whole world. And I think we all thought that, somehow, there's climate change that's happening, but so let's see, the oil companies are going to try to get rid of fossil fuel, the energy companies and so on, going to get rid of fossil fuel sometime within the next 20 to 40 years. Wow. It was never enough. So this virus has really kicked us in the butt now. It's shown us that we must change long term. I've talked a lot about the death economy, an economic system that's consuming itself into extinction, that's causing all these other problems. They're just symptoms. Climate change, viruses, species extinctions, those are extinctions. Those are just symptoms of the greater cause, the real illness, which is what we've been doing to the earth as human beings. It's time to listen. I'm also struck by how about a year and a half ago, I took a group of people to the Kogi of the Sierra Nevada mountains of Colombia. The Kogi think of themselves as the elder brothers. They say they're an old culture. They're very wise. They've listened to the earth. Their shamans have to spend many, many years in caves and down in the earth, really, really listening to the earth. And they've said, the earth has spoken to us, and now we need to teach the younger brothers, youth guys who don't really listen. We need to teach you to listen. And about a year and a half ago, one of the Kogi shamans said, something catastrophic is going to happen globally in around a year and a half. It's going to affect everybody. And nobody's going to know where it came from. It's going to be totally unexpected. But if we get the message, it'll go away quickly too. Here it is. It's hit us. Now we need to get the message. We need to get the message big time. And it isn't just about getting a vaccine or some sort of a cure, because something else will hit us. We need to understand we've got to change big time on this planet. We've got to change. It's the eagle and the condor coming together, this ancient prophecy that I'd be written about much more in my upcoming newsletter. If you don't already get the newsletter, go to johnperkins.org, put your name in the little box, and go into the whole legend, the prophecy of the eagle and the condor. But basically, it says that the indigenous people, the people of the heart, the condor peoples, are going to come together now, right now, in this time, with the peoples of the mind, us, the modern world, the scientific people. They're going to come together, and we're going to have the opportunity to create a new consciousness. Well, right now, we're seeing this almost like a debate, but it's starting to come together of the the scientific community, the rational people saying, yeah, we'll get a virus. We'll get this thing taken care of eventually. We'll dominate nature. We'll dominate this disease again. And then we've got other people saying, well, no, we've really got to listen to the message. But a lot of people now are crossing over. So the scientific people, they're really understanding too, there is a larger message here. And some of the people that may have been really focused just on the message saying, yeah, well, we've got to bring science into the picture too. So we see these coming together. The prophecy is being realized. It's our job, yours and mine, all of ours, to really move deeply into this, to understand that things are going to change forever. We're never going to go back to business as usual. Well, there will be a new normal, and there must be. The worst thing that could happen would be that we believe that we've kicked this virus, we've dominated nature once again, and it's all back to normal. Let's rebuild everything the way it was before, the stock market, everything else. No, let's change. Let's develop a life economy, an economic system that is itself a renewable resource, that pays people to regenerate destroyed environments, clean up pollution, recycle, and create new technologies that don't rip up the earth, that don't create climate change, that don't cause massive extinctions of animals and plants and other things, that really, really redefine the relationship between we humans and this planet Earth. This is an amazing time. Let's really listen to it. Let's act upon it. Let's not buy into the fear that we can't change, the fear of change. That's our greatest fear. The jaguar we must touch is the jaguar that says, oh, change is scary. You can't change. We must change. We must touch that jaguar. And when we do, we take its energy and we see where we must go with this change. I welcome this time. Yes, I'm terribly sad about this virus. I'm scared like everybody else. I'm taking many steps not to get it. And at the same time, determined to recommit myself to reshaping the society, the economic system, the governmental systems that we have, to doing all that I can in my powers to make sure that we make this transformation, that we turn fear into action to change ourselves and our world, and that we take this time to make a transformation from a death economy to a life economy. Thank you so much. And you can order my book, Touching the Jaguar, at my website, www.johnperkins.org. Also sign up for the newsletter. And I'm on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And I so look forward to continuing this conversation with you. Thank you. Have a good day. Stay healthy. Listen to the messages. Thank you.